It's showtime. Breaking news, breaking news. Welcome back. Come on in, come on in.
Come on in, everyone. We got a special guest, Jen Liu from the Ward Case Studies channel. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry we're a little late. I was jabbing her ear off backstage, and we're like, we might as well just go live and continue the conversation because there's a lot to go through. It might seem like a random, sporadic live stream, but we've got our moderator, Johnny, handing out some tea, and we're going to discuss some tea tonight. So thanks for being here, Jen.
Thanks for having me. Hi, everybody.
Hello. Where do we begin? I'm pretty much going to be seeing if Jen's on the same, caught up with things that I am and that everyone's kind of been seeing from CrimeCon. Hey, Dolly. Hi, Austin. Everyone, thanks for being here. There's just been, and look, they're already on Facebook talking about the next one. Tickets on sale June 8th. Who's going to the next CrimeCon in Orlando?
Okay, look, I've always wanted to go to CrimeCon, but I told you last week, I don't think you saw it in the chat because you were busy, but I'll wait for you to for it to be your season to be able to go, because I don't have anybody to go with. And I'm not going to lie to you, okay? Orlando, of all the places you could go in Florida, it's kind of gross there. It's in the middle of the state. Like, I mean, granted, it's not a very wide state, so it's like 3 hours from the West Coast to Florida to the East Coast. So, you could head up a beach, but still, it's like, I don't know.
Could hit up Disney.
We could actually, you know what we could do? We could head up Universal. That'd be better.
Although, yeah, I've never been there.
Neither have I. But I will say, I think they're doing a Monsters Inc. thing at Disney World that should be opening up soon. Like the doors from Monsters Inc. Remember that part? That's my favorite. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been hearing some dark conspiracies about that movie, actually, Monsters Inc.
I have heard that. So those same things, which makes me so sad because
eerie, very eerie.
Yeah.
And hi, saying yes, September next year. Like, literally, I was going through this all week because I've just been seeing what is CrimeCon's logo and trademark tying themselves to, like, which whatchamacallits, which creators. Of course, I'm not signed in, but I can tell you guys right now, I have not seen Hidden True Crime in any of the pictures and any of the reels and any of the posts. I haven't seen that weird lady that was like, it seemed like she was following Christina around. I don't know if you saw that video. Have you seen that one?
I did see that, and I was like, what the hell is going on? It was uncomfortable.
Lady.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Look, if you're trying to keep it on the low, it was not on the low or the low. None of it. No. It's very obvious. Terrible following.
And besides Web Sleuths, has anybody seen anyone tie themselves to Hidden True Slime? I haven't seen anybody besides Trisha post like a picture, like proudly to see each other, like at CrimeCon. Like, I know that there was on their personal Facebook page, because I was looking at the Hidden True Crime personal Facebook page. I know that there was like a bunch of pictures of them like with hidden gems and stuff. Yeah. But I mean, I didn't see right, she's never had a booth, but like I didn't see, Scott Rice, 10 to Life, Annie Elise, of course Gigi's not going to post a selfie or anything like that. Like, that's the thing.
Annie Elise would either, because didn't Grayson wasn't
something got brought up about and in the plagiarism. So this is what I don't get. Can you imagine being her and like being Lauren and knowing that they bought Christina her ticket and stuff? Like, I don't get why they went. They didn't live stream while they were there. It wasn't like they were like, we're gonna, cover what we see at CrimeCon while we go down and show you guys what it's about. Like why were they there? Like it's just so.
Maybe Lauren needed somewhere to wear those shoes to. I don't know.
She's like, we're going, John.
She's like, let me harness Pee Wee Herman. Like I thought about this today, like we were watching this last night, and I had a whole lot of comments I could have put in the chat, but I didn't because
oh my gosh, I wish you would have.
Oh my, every time I saw those shoes, all I could think of was Pee Wee Herman, at the biker bar, sitting up on top of the bar and dancing to tequila.
I didn't even notice. It wasn't even, and you're not the only one that's mentioned the shoe style being, it's typical Lauren though. Let's face it. I mean, her outfit looks much better than what I see her like do her videos in.
Right. And but she lost me at the shoes. Like the devil's in the details, Lauren.
Just look at the shoe size. That's blew me away.
Point. That's my point. Like, bruh, listen.
What size is that?
I ain't shoe shaming or foot size shaming.
I was just stunned.
Anybody, but you don't want to get a pair of shoes that actually makes your feet look bigger. Come on, Lauren. I mean, I know you like to take fashion risks, and this whole outfit screams to me. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm like a cool mom. Like that's what it screams to me. You're trying way too hard. It's too much. Stop it right now. Lady.
Her waving to JLR, I don't even want to focus in too much on the fact that she got ignored because we went through that last week and laughed our butts off about it. What I'm kind of still wrapping my mind around is like the fact that the confrontation with Dolly, who was here in chat earlier. Hello, Dolly. Thanks for being here. What I had noticed is that confrontation happened like pretty instantly, like after Lauren and Grayson had walked through. To a point where a lot of us were kind of like, and I believe that Grayson's body language is very distancing towards JLR in this. Like she doesn't wave or stop like Lauren does.
No.
She doesn't turn around or like nothing.
No, she's completely like,
let's get the hell out of here.
Like a chihuahua. You know how like how they won't look you in the eye. They don't want to make eye contact with you. If they don't look you in the eye, it's not happening. That's her body language. Like, I don't want to make eye contact. I don't want to make eye contact.
And these are reasons why, and some were wondering, well, I mean, does Lauren know him? Why would she be waving to him?
Because she knows that he is live. He's always live. She wasn't waving to him. She was waving to his audience. Don't play with these people, Lauren.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, that does make sense. She knows there's a stream going on because she jumped in on Scott Rice. He's like, I'm live right now. And she was like, oh, cool. He didn't even, honey.
Jebs.
It seemed like he didn't even know who they were. Like, I'm happy that John's getting his weight under control because that, of course, was something that she brought it up in the 9-hour stream.
She did not.
She brought it up in the 9-hour stream that she was worried that all this stress was going to give him a heart attack or something. Remember?
My brain turned off at 1 minute and 27 seconds. I'm sorry.
But yes, she pushed.
I made it 1 minute and 27 seconds, and then I completely dissociated. I don't know where I went, who I was. I don't know.
Yeah, I've gone through that. I told this audience, I'm like, we're gonna go through it and we're gonna pick out all the lies. I don't even think we made it to the 3-hour mark. But anyways, so she's the one. I'm happy John's getting the weight under control. I just feel like Scott Rice didn't recognize him because of it, maybe. And didn't recognize her because her face has changed 5 million times. So it was sort of awkward when she like hopped on the stream. But look I'm going through my archives and I kind of explained this before, like when I went through some 2023 clips of JLR.
Right.
And I remember sending this clip to Allie actually, because we were following the Lori Vallow trial and this is 2023 and JLR was there. And I was in this mode of being a supporter of his. Allie was not, obviously, but I would still send her stuff. Like if I thought he did or said something funny, like we would just have our own private conversations like about JLR. And she'd be like, I don't know. I don't think he's changed. And I'd be like, listen, he's doing so much better. He's just a little kooky. And,
He's just a little kooky. Yeah.
I remember sending this to her because it gives like, looking at it now when I found it in my phone, I was like, this is so dramatic and like dramatized. It's like gross. But this is a way to show you guys that Lauren and him could have had this connection because they were both at the trial. So listen, here's a 2023 clip. And I'm going to put up a disclaimer that it is looking back at it. I realized like, even though I wanted Allie to see it because we followed the case closely and I guess this detail was interesting to me to record it and send it to her. But now I'm just like, oh, he's so gross. But anyways, look, this could be the connection that maybe.
Here we go. Let's watch it.
The Rexburg Police Department was on the stand and autopsy photos of JJ Vallow was shown in the court. And when they were shown, you could hear the whole courtroom go all over the place. It was very, very shocking, graphic, and the prosecutor actually warned everyone in the courtroom that there will be disturbing photos of JJ.
So, of course, I had to clip the gasp, but yeah. So that's 2023, and obviously he was following the trial and that shows 2023. So I went to Hidden True Crime. I'm like, did they go to the trial or were they just, covering it?
What we're planning on talking about, what we were going to talk about this weekend when we did.
That's John and Lauren, in case you guys don't recognize them.
You petty hoe.
Back out. And then I got back and I fell asleep in the afternoon. I woke up for like an hour and then fell back asleep and got some good sleep. John didn't. I did. And he was just telling me.
Hold on a minute. John never looks like he's gotten good sleep.
Started with my Uber driver being named Chad. So that was a very Monday moment for me. But we wanted to go live. So we wanted to go live and talk about last week. Of course, everybody's mind right now is on today. I got so many tabs up,
I can't even pause.
We just finished listening to today's audio, but John is not caught up. So I'll just tell you what you need to know.
So she was at the trial.
Yeah.
And in fact, here's another short. And
I will say this, JLR does love a popped collar. And who loves to also pop a collar?
John.
Lauren.
Oh,
and
Lauren.
John.
Yes.
Both of them. They're,
So for one.
Oh my God in heaven.
Who's this?
New face. Who dis?
So
why does she look so aggressive? Is this her own?
It's about to get a little more cringe.
There's so much going on. I thought I'd just make a quick video. A lot going on tonight. John and I are both going to be on News Nation on Banfield. Now, we're not going to be on together. Two different topics. Hey, Gems, so much going on. I thought I'd just make a quick video. A lot going on.
Hi, Gems.
What's this accent?
Hi, Gems.
Going on tonight. John and I are both going to be on News Nation on Banfield. Now, we're not going to be on together. Two different topics, two different things. John is going to be on earlier in the show talking about the Lori Vallow Daybell trial coming up, which, gosh, I can't believe that's on its way. Just a few more weeks. And again, John and I do plan to cover that trial in depth. We're still figuring out details, travel schedules, etc. So once those planning phases are done and we have a better idea, we'll let you know. Secondly, because of our News Nation appearances, we are going to do the live streaming of our podcast.
You're way too excited, Lauren. You're at like a 12, ho. Come back when you're on a 5, lady. I can't do it. You realize what you're covering, right?
I know.
I mean, with Lori's trial, we only got audio, right? But the audio was enough. In fact, I actually think, and Allie and I talked about this because we covered it together, Lori's trial. But I feel like I paid more I paid better attention to what I was actually supposed to be paying attention to. Y'all know how I roll. I buffer, and then my ADD kicks in, and then I start looking at like small details, not at the witness, but beyond the witness or around the witness, because I can't focus. And this time I had no problem focusing. There was nothing to look at, and I could totally pay attention to the audio. We know, I mean, it was when they described the recovery of JJ and Tylee, like, come on, Lauren, you knew what you were going to cover. Why do you act like you're going to Disney World and you got that pass? The whatever they call, it's not dash pass, but you know what I'm talking, where you get to the front of the line. You know what I'm saying? And you get to try out the new ride.
And looking back to how many 3 years ago, you really see, like, especially with that case, I mean, they built their channel on it. And that's the thing, is I don't fault them for building a channel on a case they were interested in covered. I fault her for the way that she covered it. And looking back, you can see it, like you just said, like it's like that they think that they're getting this like exclusive, and like you do when they do go to the trial. Like even when that was why I was following JLR at the time, because I knew he was at the trial. I don't think it was televised, so it was like,
no, we would get, so what would happen is after the court would
audio,
end for
right?
the day, then they would release the
I remember,
audio.
and it was very frustrating because that sometimes it would take a while for them to put the audio out, and then I fell behind in testimonies and stuff because of it. But this comment, oh my gosh, like I got like sick in my stomach when I read it. After court, on the day they showed the kids' autopsy photos, is when Lauren told someone that Tylee was a B word.
How would she even? First of all, that's like that's like on its face. I mean, it's offensive, right? But then you have to think about, how do you know, Lauren? How do you know? Who are you to even say something like that? And even if, like, it's just ridiculous.
Projection.
Like what? I don't understand what goes. You can clearly tell from Lauren's facial expressions that she's got a lot of thoughts going on upstairs, right? How are you letting that dumbassery escape? Those are the ones that escape. Like, I just don't understand her. I don't really have patience for her.
It's a social unawareness, if that's a term. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and that's kind of what I go back to about, like, I didn't see anybody post pictures like, oh, me with Lauren from Hidden True Crime. Like, because think about it too. Jesse Weber was there.
They don't claim her, it looks like.
Because of the law and crime. I tried to get the audio of my child.
And it's crime. Like, she's so mad too.
So they're not going to take a selfie with her.
Hell no.
Scott Rice didn't recognize the new face.
Oh,
or what else? Obviously Gigi's not going to take the pic.
No.
Annie, of course, we've determined that wouldn't happen either.
Yeah, that friendship door was closed. They're all closed. and then
I just go back to, are they that pathetic that Grayson, would she reach out to JLR and say, hey, just a warning, this guy named Dolly talks on Hela's channel from...
Who knows what dirty pool they would play, but I'll tell you this. It was almost like they had to go this year because of all the bullshittery that occurred last year. They were having their, like, Ducky Andy moment at the prom, when Blaine's like, I asked somebody else. I forgot about it. You're a filthy fucking liar. I could do the whole scene, but you know what I'm talking about. Where they walk in together, Ducky and Andy. That was Grayson and Lauren. They're going to show everybody, can't break us.
Exactly. Well, we can't let them control where we're going to network, honey.
Exactly.
If they do a collab with Scott Rice, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Grayson's like, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
She distanced herself from JLR Lauren
Yeah.
recognized the camera, knew about his sub count, also possibly saw him at the Lori Vallow trial in 2023. And then this also kind of backs up my theory that they're that pathetic probably to try to get a hold of JLR and be like, yeah, you're our stalkers. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because of this clip right here.
Lauren is here and you're here. But I'm going to give you the same speech I'm going to give her because she's been in contact and give her because she's been in contact and when you get here, I need to speak.
And I want victims of abuse to know that there's nothing wrong with them. There's everything right with them. Everything is right with them. And that is why they are abused.
Lauren is here and you're here.
So he pretty much slips
that Lauren had a Karen moment and called ahead
of time because he says when you get here. So it's like, are they that pathetic to probably get a hold of JLR and have this like, hey, watch your back because these people, they talk shit about us and how dare they, and they're here. It's like,
or it's maybe JLR reached out at one point to them and was like, hey, what's the deal?
I don't
know.
Because he didn't even say hi to her. Although that could be another thing that would be like they distanced themselves from knowing each other on this
plausible deniability.
Yeah. And have you ever seen the movie Gladiator?
Girl, yes.
So this is what makes me think of Lauren and like everything that they did to Christina while they were there, everything that they did with Jay to kind of make sure Jay got talked to as well. And the theory that they could have maybe tipped off JLR about Dolly's whereabouts, I think is very possible because...
Tell me what you've been doing, busy little bee, or I shall strike down.
Busy little bee. Yes.
Oh my God.
So no one is claiming Lauren and Grayson.
Damn.
No pictures. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I've gone on Instagram. I've gone on the X. I've gone on the Facebook pages. I've checked out Brian Enton's stuff. Nobody has taken, even Vinnie Politan. Has anyone even seen? Because they did a collab and then like he got really bad backlash. Like,
yeah, I know, except for she did make some kind of comment what's that? What is it?
McSpunky.
McSpunky is real or something like that. She made some kind of comment. Sometimes I have to she'll come up in my feed because obviously we follow a lot of the same stuff. And, I don't know. Congratulations, Lauren. You've become the Debbie. Oh, Rita. She just big boned. You become the Rita of the CrimeCon. Yeah. I'm gonna call you.
It's
okay,
like,
but don't ever come by here. That's who you are, Lauren. Congratulations, you're the Rita.
Deli said he would have taken a pic with Lauren. So what? At least you got a video with JLR and a pic with Trisha. 2 out of 3 is not bad.
What? Trisha from West Loose. Am I high? Las Vegas is still in the fucking desert, is it not?
The outfit.
Yeah. Why are you dressed for
it's
winter
scary,
time?
You guys. It's scary, you guys. It's just very scary. It's just getting kind of scary. It is getting scary. And yeah, it's getting scary. Whew. Scary. And I'm getting a little scared.
I mean, I've been to Vegas. It's hotter than 9 kinds of hell there. Okay? In this time of year. How are you dressed like it's fall in Vermont? What are you doing?
This is the new getup. It's her friend that died's wardrobe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Allegedly.
Now I feel bad. Now I feel like an asshole.
No, don't feel bad. It's the one that she's trying to get her like estate and stuff from.
Still too goddamn hot, Trish. And stop playing with these people. Listen,
I wanted
women
to
of a certain age, and I'm fastly approaching that. All right, you know damn right well it is too damn hot to be wearing that. Stop playing, Trisha.
and everyone's like, why is she wearing this hat? And my theory was she won big one time with that hat on, and she's like, it's my lucky hat. I have to bring it.
Oh God.
But I happened to see this comment on her video. Oh, wow. How could you afford playing the dollar slots? How much did you lose of your subs' money? Will you be able to pay for your servers this month? I'm so worried about that electricity bill.
I like the next one. We Joe Exotic.
I know. And it's like, I was wondering too, because like she hearted all these other comments, but like, guess she missed. This was a day ago.
Oh no. Come on, Trisha.
Trish.
Don't be a hater.
She's got lots of pics with people. And that's the thing too, is like, I just don't understand on Hidden True Crime's YouTube and their Facebook page. Like there was no like, hey, we're here with, and the other person that was at the CrimeCon that Lauren's definitely not going to go buddy up to is Nate Eaton was there. Wasn't he there? I'm pretty sure he was. It's like, how embarrassing.
All up. She doesn't heart your comments either.
Oh,
come on, Trish. Come on, man. Don't you're banned over there, Austin? Bruh. I get for the most part, I get good comments on my channel, but I do get the odd, ones that are rude AF, and I will heart the shit out of them too.
Oh, yep. I know. What's funny is I've realized some of the people who think that they're going to troll me, like, don't realize that, like, I'll troll back and they don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the worst, rudest, most petty comment I've ever written back to somebody who was rude to me is simply the letter K, which, as everyone knows, K is the rudest letter in the whole alphabet. You ain't even going to get an okay. Pointer lover, you're blocked on wetsuit. Oh my gosh. You too, Tina? Damn.
Everyone's blocked?
What?
You just reminded me of something. Hold on. Let me see if I'll pull it up. Hold on. Let's see. I know I sent it to myself because I thought it was hilarious. And I wanted
Mally's not blocked.
I'm not blocked either, but I've never I can't recall ever really commenting. Hold on, let me see if I can resend it to myself. But yeah, speaking of being blocked from platforms, as you know, I got blocked by JLR on X.
Did you?
Yeah. I shared his alleged court paperwork. Hold on. I know there was another comment on Trisha's video that was not so nice. I'm trying to find it. But yeah, I still am not blocked in his live chat. So some people have sent me screenshots and they're like, is this you in his chat? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just trolling. And they're like, oh, I get it. And but somebody didn't get it the other day and thought that they were gonna call me out, why were you saying in JLR's chat that he should drink some water?
Because he's in the desert and it's important to stay hydrated. You're mispronouncing thank you. Sheesh.
Yeah, and this comment, Trisha, if you're feeding the stray cats, you have a responsibility to spray and neuter. Perhaps Tri-City Animal Shelter will help you. And she says, I agree. They don't come every day, but I make sure there's fresh food and water on the porch when they show up. If I could catch them, I would, and take them to a place to have someone fix them. And then it's real. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Lord.
But anyway, so JLR was in Vegas at CrimeCon after he got kicked out, walking around, and he's mentioned having a headache. He's always mentioning that because he's in the desert. He doesn't drink water. And, you know, when he's like, I think I'm going to, he's like, it's late, but it's Vegas. So I don't really want to go home yet or back to the hotel yet. I might just drink some coffee. And then I was in chat saying, or you should probably drink some water. And it's like, you guys don't realize that I'm being like sarcastic. Like, you don't know my tone. You know what I mean?
Right. Like you're reading, but jeez.
How do Lauren and JLR know each other? They covered I just covered it in the first like 10 minutes of the stream. They both covered the Lori Vallow trial in 2023 and were in the courtroom together. But all you did was ask 2 questions and Trisha was like, blocked.
Pointer lover, what'd I tell you? One and done, babe. One and done.
So update in the Nancy Guthrie case. Unfortunately, it's not a real update. It's just there's also, besides the masked suspect in the case, there's also a poop bandit. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hold on. Let me pull that up.
This is not Arizona. Let me just say this. I was born in Tucson. This is not Tucson, Arizona behavior. Who's pooping? That's some Florida bullshit. And I know because I lived there. Now, if I saw something coming across my newsfeed, like there's a poop bandit in Florida, I would just be like, oh, it's Tuesday in Florida. Okay.
That's hilarious. Yeah, apparently somebody has pooped and it was like news in JLR's chat the other day. Hold on. Of course, like I have so many things pulled up. I think that was it. Let's see.
They're angry down the road from the graduation parties. I think, what do we call those kids down the road? The couches, the crouches.
Oh, the crouches. Play crouches.
Yeah, because they did a lot of yelling at the juice. They stopped the car. They did a lot of yelling at him.
So you think the crouches could be responsible for the feces?
I absolutely do. I think they're wild cards on the road, and for whatever reason, this is how they're entertaining themselves. I don't see grown adults doing that. I just don't.
I mean, pretty sickening if it is adults. Anybody really, but still, yeah.
I don't know, man. There's some people that do some wild stuff after dark.
Agreed. They're clearly watching the stream and doing it when you're not the second you move out of there.
To be honest with you, the way Will Pugh has been acting, I'm surprised they didn't turn it into a gated community.
Could we get the feces and send it to a lab and identify the origin? DNA?
Genetic genealogy?
Genetic genealogy, try to identify
the horse?
You gotta get the shovel that transported it.
Is it human feces or horse?
I don't know.
Do they have horses out there in the
If we use our sleuthing skills and identify the culprit. Oh my goodness.
That'd be funny.
Wow.
So the thing is, I'm in the chat right now saying, yeah, you know, who plays with poop? Because remember that photo going around of JLR with the poop smeared on, I won't even say it, but somebody very holy. And I'm like, really? And now they're just like, ah, ha, ha, ha. And it's like, yeah, we know that you actually have a past of touching poop. So it's like they're talking about gathering it and testing it. And it's like a joke, but I'm like, we didn't forget, JLR, what you did. And that's the thing is like, it's like, I can't help but like troll the chat. Like, who would touch poop? You know? That's gross. You know, and it's like,
wow.
Yeah, so apparently there's a poop bandit out there right now.
Oh, jeez.
I
do think that there was actually a case in Florida where there was a woman who was she was a runner and she was pooping in a neighbor's yard on her run, and they caught her on their like ring camera or whatever. Yeah, I do think that was in Florida. I do remember the story. I don't remember if it. I mean, it's just such a look. Where I lived in Florida, there was like a pond by the Circle K or 7-Eleven, and there was a gator that every once in a while would come out.
Oof.
And they're not scary. They actually don't like people. They really try to avoid the human beings. They're smart, those alligators. Humans suck. But anyways, yeah, he was just like the local gator. He'd just hang out or whatever, and you'd see him every once in a while. So I've seen some shit. And oh God, this chair is so uncomfortable. Sorry, you guys. So I've seen some shit living in Florida. No pun intended. I didn't even think about what I was saying earlier when I just made that comment. But you take my meaning. Should be popping off in Florida. Florida's wild, but Tucson,
Girl,
not so much.
the last time I was in Penn Station in New York City, I was leaving a very nice dinner with my husband. And out of the corner of my eye, off into the distance, I saw somebody standing with his pants down.
Oh dear.
Pooping in Penn Station. So
Okay.
Florida is cray.
Yeah.
And I would rather it be, if I have to see something like that, like it's not like out in the Florida heat. But
Right.
like that was something, and I was like, what? I couldn't help but like I was walking the other direction, but my eyes were just like, what am I seeing? Right. It's like your mind can't comprehend it.
No, sometimes you just shuts out. Like when you watch that 9-hour live on Hidden True Crime, your brain is just like,
I can't.
what? It just shuts off. Mine did anyways. Like Amber, you have no idea. Like I watched it with you and I could tolerate it with you because I think we even commented on it. I think I was up here and I could maintain then. But there were other parts that people were talking about, and I was like, oh, come on. I got to see this, right? Let me go back and see if what they're saying that was said was actually said. And I'm telling you, right, like my brain just shuts off, which is, you know,
because you can just sense the bullshit right away. But
Right.
JLR's chat was not sensing the bullshit, and they were
No.
literally like amping up Alex and JLR to like, yeah, let's send it to. People were saying like, send it to a lab. Like, no,
Oh
you
my
guys,
God.
come on, that's enough.
For real.
I get it. We want answers in this case, but like, really, like JLR is, for one, is not going to be the one to bring you like
No.
the answers in the Guthrie
No.
case. For two, the direction is not going to be the suspects leaving the poop. I mean, come on.
Right, right. Like they cleaned up all the other DNA but left their poop. Come on.
Right.
Come
But
on.
besides the poop bandit having a conversation on, this is post CrimeCon.
Okay.
They also, before Ted had to go home, because it seemed as though there was, you know, we were all kind of wondering, like, wait, what's going on? Like, he's got a wife, he's got a kid, like, or no, it's an ex-wife, or he's divorced, or he's separate. His phone's not working. He's in Vegas, letting the chat know, if you need to get a hold of me, my phone's not working. Like, I don't know, but at one point, he had enough of this Death Valley trip that they went on and like pieced out. Like got on a plane and pieced out. And I think that I know he was being sort of tortured like by the trolls, doxing
Yeah, the
him.
chat I saw was not like they weren't feeling it. I remember that.
And plus they had enough of him in Vegas because he was just a shit show the whole time. That chat was not liking that. The comments in that stream from Vegas are definitely like, Ted's got to go, like stuff like that. But then as soon as he leaves, the chat's like, we miss Ted. It's like, oh my gosh, these people. But no, so before he left, I think that he had enough of like the attacks behind the scenes and like people were doxing his full name like over and over in chat. Because the thing is, like, I'm in chat, but the thing is, half of JLR's chat are also trolling him too.
Right.
And they're like putting out Ted's full name. Like,
that's bad. No, that's not right. Like, don't do that.
I know, like, honestly, like, and it's not anything against the people who discovered his full name and like his LinkedIn and all that. Like, again, I don't mean any disrespect. They have personal beef with them.
Do they?
I want to make it clear that like, I don't condone like that, really. Like I didn't
No.
think it was necessary to like spam his chat too. Like, so anyways, Ted was getting it from all angles. Plus, I think he was like hungover and probably, I don't know, withdrawing. This is speculation, my opinion. Don't know if that's actually true, but he just
Good old Tamara.
He didn't look 100% well, like, and all there on the Vegas trip. And it's like, what stays
A lot
in
of people
Vegas?
a lot of people don't know how to handle Vegas. Vegas ain't for amateurs, y'all. All right.
Yeah.
Vegas is a marathon. Vegas is not a sprint. You got to pace yourself.
And the thing is, it's like, have fun in Vegas. Okay. I'm not. And when I dragged Trisha for gambling and having more pictures on the, in front of the slots with Lauren than like at a nice dinner with Lauren, I'm not saying it because I'm like anti-gamble or anti-Vegas. It's just when you're live streaming and you're out there the way you are, like Ted and Trisha, like your image, people are going to perceive it a certain way, you know?
Right.
And,
The optics ain't the best.
Yeah. If she goes on her stream, even 3 months down the line, I don't think it would be appropriate for Trisha to be like, I don't know, guys, the server, and I don't know if I can afford it. If something happens even 3 months down the road,
the internet never forgets.
Yeah, and with Ted, everyone's like, I think he needs help. But look at this. These were just a few clips from their trip to Death Valley, which apparently is over in Cali, like right across the border.
Yeah, it is. And
they went on a huge trip.
Yeah, they don't call it Death Valley just for shits and giggles, right? Like it's not, they don't call it that because it's they want people to stay away. And it's like that crazy oasis in the middle of the desert of Egypt, like from The Mummy Returns or whatever. It ain't like that. It's bad.
Honey, it ain't Disney World. Like
hell no.
So they definitely went on a trip, and I was like, another thing too is people, if you have a problem with seeing me, and people have said to me, I'm glad you're watching because I don't want to watch him. So the clips that I gathered, this is Death Valley, California.
Yeah.
And mind you,
fun.
They're going there.
It's a
None
desert.
of them have water. None of them have water.
You know what I remember the most about JLR? Just like a random thing. And this is what, like, I was fascinated by this. Do y'all remember when they were all together? I can't remember if it was Summer Wells or if it was Leilani Simon, but they were all out eating. And I remember JLR was eating, but not eating. Like he had this gigantic plate of food, and I watched him push it around to make it look like he was eating, but he actually never put anything in his mouth. And I found that interesting and eye-opening.
He has chronic anorexia as part of his medical records that are public.
I wondered about that. I wondered if he had
had talked about it on his panel about how it was when he was covering Kohberger, and of course I was still following him because the only reason why
that might have been when it was Kohberger that I saw it. I don't remember. They were. It's when him and BHB and Molly were all still friends.
It was either Molly didn't do Simon. I know that.
No. Yes, she did.
Did?
Yes. Like at the very end, she was out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember. It was like a last minute type thing that she jumped on.
But I can't remember if Dolly was there with them or not. You know what it seemed like to me? Look, sometimes I'd be, just making shit up in my own brain, but I'm pretty sure this actually happened. I just remember them being at a dinner, and I was fascinated. And Dolly may or may not have been there.
Well, that is interesting because like he has had interesting like eating habits. There's times where like when I would follow him on other cases where he would stream all day long and like people are like, aren't you gonna like eat? Like he doesn't eat. He'll grab like a little snack at a gas station real quick.
Right. Or have like two drops from the straw of water.
Yeah.
Or some kind of liquid, not even water, bless his heart.
I know. And like literally, he was talking about the Koberger case and how the hunger strike, and he talked about how he did a hunger strike and you can see images like because they documented it, and of course all this stuff ends up being public when you file your FOIAs and stuff. And I know that Melly like went through it. Like he definitely was. They had to bring him to the hospital and give him a tube because he wasn't eating to get. I think he wanted out of like the area he was in. I can't remember all the details, but and then in compound with like that history of it, I've noticed that there are, like you've said, like times where like the food is involved in the stream, and it's either he'll overindulge, like where he'll take like a huge bite of a ginormous burger right on the live, or it's like I don't know, very, very picky, but it's just something noteworthy. So he's got Alex from Criminal Network and Ted from Ted Investigates on with him from this trip to Death Valley from Vegas, and he doesn't eat ever. And people are in the chat saying like, I think he should stop to eat. And like, he was also paying for them as well. Like that was kind of the thing. They were like, they went with him, but he like offered. The thing about JLR is like, I think right now, especially with the stuff going on with Magnolia, like he doesn't want to be seen as like alone. You know what I mean? And so he's using Ted and Alex, and they're using him as well. But there's like chat and comments that are basically saying like, just because you only eat once a day doesn't mean they're only going to eat once a day. Like,
of course, look, like, but an eating disorder, like that's a bummer. You know, that's like, that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah. And I feel like Alex and Ted kind of suffered the end of it because he's offering to pay and take you guys on this trip. Like he's in charge of the stops too. Like,
damn.
Yeah. But look at this shit. It's a little concerning. These clips are concerning.
Going along. Remote road, Death Valley, ghost towns.
Yes, sir. Oh, he's going again. Can he get by the truck?
Can JLR go?
Oh, no, not JLR. Oh, my God. Okay, we're going over a hill. I'm going to just position this way. It's okay. Got a little closer.
Got a little closer to the action. All right, we need straightaway. Past these two trucks.
Yeah, let's get down the ramp. Maybe we can assess it.
Because he's only going 75. We need to go a little faster.
Right. We need to go about like
buck 75 and then pass him. Pass.
As you guys see, there's the double yellow line.
I was just gonna say that's.
We're gonna pass him. Over this hump. Let's see. What do we got? Hello.
18-wheelers are good. Oh, he's feeling it.
Got past his truck.
Okay, hang on, Amber. Can you pause it real quick?
Of course.
I got to give it up to JLR. I will say this for just this one thing. Okay, I'm going to give him like 22 points. The man can pick some good music. I will say that.
You wait till you see the outro.
I can hardly wait.
Oh, we got excited utterance here. She said JLR and Ted. Hold on. Oh, jeez. I'm just not smooth with this. So we're calling her Helen from now on because that's what JLR thought her name was.
Okay.
Oh. Did that scare you? Hi, Helen. But yeah, I agree about the cactus. You know, we're going to get to it, but he grabbed a cactus today on a little tumble.
Look, I love Tupac. So anytime I get to hear it or whatever, anybody chooses it, I'm only giving him 22 points, and it's not like I'm giving it to him in the bathing suit portion of the pageant. I'm gonna give it to him like in the talent portion, okay, which doesn't even count for hardly anything. It's the interview. So he's only got like 0 points in the interview. He ain't finna win the pageant. It's fine.
It's fine. He grabbed a cactus
fine.
today and bled, so
it all worked.
What you stole. So.
Yeah, it already worked out. The universe has a fantastic way of balancing shit, you know?
Yes.
Oh, I love this. California.
Oh, God.
We're in California. California. Knows how to party. California love. Yeah, go ahead. You guys go to the sign and I'll take you back here. Out in Cali. We're in California. In Alex's home state. That's where he's from. We're in California.
Okay.
California,
right.
baby.
California, you picked a hell of a tune, but then you fucked it all up, JLR.
I got friends that screenshot.
22 points. Then I'm going to deduct 4 because so now you're in the negative. Congratulations.
Usually things JLR touch kind of turn to
like, how do you mess up that song? It's not even hard.
And the thing is too, like I saw a comment that I don't know if it was on my video or somebody else's or maybe even JLR's, but it said something along the lines of, I think JLR likes having Ted around because he's on an evidence spiral, like Ted, like something's going on where it's like, oh man, I hope he gets help. And I feel like JLR feels better about himself by having him around, like spiraling, which is terrible because it's like ultimately like you don't give a shit that he's like, I don't know, tweaking, whatever you want to say. Allegedly people are saying stuff like that about Ted in Vegas and stuff. And they're like, oh, and then they contact his wife and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. Going real life. Like,
that's wrong. I don't like that.
My Watts group, 70K people in it. There was always been a rule. Do not go real life on people. Like we can't have that.
No.
And the thing is too, JLR has done that and we've all been like, shame on him for doing that, right?
Absolutely.
Getting in our car onto Death Valley.
Oh my God, JLR.
Dance.
JLR don't dance.
So Ted's having a good time because they haven't gone to Death Valley yet. When they get there, not so much.
Uh-oh. What do you mean? Death Valley sounds like a party town. What the fuck? Ted didn't have a good time?
Right. He ended up going home right after? You don't say.
Beautiful.
Yellow flowers? Like right here?
Yeah.
That's nice.
My music, California. Thanks you for visiting. All right, what happened here?
Ted, did you shat?
No, guys, come on.
Alex goes, Ted, did you shat?
Oh God, I'll be right back, Amber. I'm gonna watch though. Just give me a sec, okay?
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
You can't do that to me on a live stream. That was not me. That's propane, or that's fuel. That's like
Ted.
Sounds like fuel is coming from there.
That's not me. I'm gonna get clipped, and it's gonna be like 10,000 comments for the Ted farting.
That's sulfur. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sulfur. It's a sulfur smoke. Oh man, yeah, they're loving this.
Yeah, man, get the air out of here.
Oh my God.
I'd rather smell it homeless.
I'm just concerned because if there was, some gas in there or something, and Alex decides to smoke a cigarette or light a flame, like it could have been very dangerous. I'm worried about their safety. And of course, this is just another example of Ted being the butt of the jokes. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a car for so long and you're streaming, like to keep things entertainment, that's entertaining. That's another reason why it's like evident to a lot of people that's like JLR, you're just like using him to kind of poke fun at. And I mean, it's all in good fun, but it's more than that when Ted is walking around Vegas drunk and, you know, hasn't drank water all day or eaten all day, and you're not eating or drinking either, so he's not. It's just like it was could have been a bad situation, and today could have been bad too when he fell during his hike. And it's like another example of his personality disorders that he allegedly has, and risky behavior is part of that.
It's all clear. It smells like rotten eggs. It smells like a sewer in here.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Keep Ted safe. I know he's.
So here's Death Valley, and it was a very windy dirt road. Like that's the best way I could put it, where you are literally right next to the edge of a cliff. And it's loose stones, it's soft sand, it's desert, you know, dry as heck. It just will crumble. And JLR is, I feel like, in my opinion, he was driving not the easiest. Like, I think that there were comments about Ted feeling nauseous and getting sick. And, you know, he's just a jerk. Watch.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, Ted dropped another one. Come on, Ted.
Guys, I'm not.
Ted,
killing us.
Come on, Ted. Oh, man. You dropped another one. All right,
Thank you.
Come on, Ted.
That's sulfur.
It is sulfurish, but why is it following us?
My goodness, Ted, man. You got rotten. Something's going on.
What'd you drink? What'd you eat last night?
What'd you eat last night?
Oh, yeah, they didn't love me.
Oh,
That's,
air, fresh air. Rocky Mountain air.
That view is amazing.
I mean, you can see just by the view how high they just keep going and going.
Dude,
That is crazy.
Glad we did this, right?
That's probably one of the sickest views.
little here.
We're all right, Ted. Trust me.
Oh,
My brakes ain't working.
that's the town he's talking about down there. I think that's
My brakes ain't working.
Stop.
It's like we're just gonna roll down. Roll down.
Roll down. Look at this.
So he pulls a joke out like, oh, my brakes aren't working. And mind you, Ted is on this little road. He got out like when they turned, because they go all the way up. And then, of course, they have to go all the way down to get back to the main road. Ted gets out of the vehicle. Like he's pretty much like had enough of like his nerves, I think. And he was like walking, and they ended up like driving ahead of him and then pulling over and getting out. And of course, almost got bit by a rattlesnake, and waited for Ted to like catch up to them. But it was like, there were things like this where not only with the driving, like passing the 18-wheeler, but then like pretending that his, you know, he didn't have brakes or whatever. And it's like, if it wasn't somebody who has like the alleged, and this is all medical records that have come out with FOIAs about JLR's cases, you know, impulsivity, you know, the risky behavior, stuff like that, intense anger. It's like, I don't know if I could go on a road trip with someone who's going to pretend to like pass an 18-wheeler and pretend that his brakes don't work on this like drive, and maybe driving too fast on that or whatever they were feeling. But to the point where Ted's like, I'm getting the hell out of this car and I'm going to walk some.
Yeah, it feels, it's giving like, your what is it, National Lampoon's Vacation, but like the cover of the VHS tape says that it's National Lampoon's Vacation, but it's obviously not, and you get it at a swap meet. That's what it's giving, you know.
Yeah, and this is what it turned into.
Live over Malibu, where a stretcher has slipped free from an ambulance. Paramedics are in a full sprint trying to keep it from plunging further down this steep, dry hillside.
Catch it! Watch that drop! Cut left! Got it!
You can see more.
That was Ted. I'm just kidding.
No, it wasn't. I can read. I'm not a.
There goes Ted. Oh my God.
Ted's had enough. Peace out.
But no, like it gets worse. Gets worse.
All right. How fast am I going? How fast am I going?
Why don't you just try to
105, 110?
stay in the lane, JLR?
Right.
Like,
so
come
not
on,
only is
bro.
he turning the camera and all that while he's driving, you know, they've even said in other clips that he was they're like, whoa, swerving.
It sounds like
there was-
it's about to turn into an after-school special.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
who wouldn't have the temptation to speed down this road? There was nobody out there. There was nothing for miles and miles. But it's like, I could refrain. I could go maybe 80 and I'd be happy. I put it on cruise control with my friends. We're good.
Right. But you aren't over here fiddle-faddling with the camera.
Oof.
Got your you only got one hand, and it's not even the whole hand. There's like two fingers on the wheel because your other hand, because you're in your hand is your phone. And with your other hand, you're covering your face.
And the thing is, I'm pretty sure, I know it is on certain platforms, but community guidelines, I don't think you're supposed to be like streaming and driving. Like if they see something that's a little bit troubling as well, like you can stream and drive, but if there's something that's like, oh, that seemed a little unsafe, or they had to swerve on the street, like it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of risky. He's risking his channel, I think, at times, because it's like, this doesn't look good. Like, just watch.
Okay.
How fast am I going now?
Oh my God. Okay.
Alex, how fast am I going?
Okay, please.
What?
112.
How fast am I going?
115.
Okay.
How fast now?
Almost 120.
I love you.
120 miles an hour.
Okay. Heavenly Father, please.
120 miles an hour right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going 120 miles an hour.
We're gonna be all right.
We're gonna be all right?
Yeah, we're gonna be okay.
Okay, I love you.
Woo! All right, slow down. No, I'm not showing the evidence. You did. Somebody's like, show the speedometer.
No.
Nope, not showing the evidence, so I could be lying. So report me away.
Yeah.
I could be lying. You don't know.
Oh, there's two horses.
Show the speedometer. Somebody said. This is you never know. We could be lying.
Yeah, and plus, the part of your constitutional rights, you don't want to.
Yeah, freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. Yeah, we don't want to incriminate ourselves. What are they going to do? Get an expert out there and say, based off the look on the video, our expert has been able to determine that he was going 120 miles an hour on a remote road.
Was able to say exactly
Somewhere in, but where?
Where?
Based off what we're looking at, it looks like it's approximately 50 miles to the west.
We sent Ted's reaction.
We sped up the video.
We sped up the video.
So they don't know.
And they joke, and Ted's like, yeah, based off of Ted's reaction. Yeah, I am basing this off of your reaction. You were doing the sign of the cross and you were praying. That was real. And then right after that, I didn't clip it, but he ends up saying, like, guys, I was only going 80. Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, yeah, okay, whatever.
And then him being like, oh, freedom of speech. We can say whatever we want. It's like, bro.
It's not even how freedom of speech works. It's freedom. You can say whatever you want. That's not like entirely, that is true, but you're not free from consequences of saying whatever you want. There's that other part that never seems to get mentioned.
Right. A little concerning.
JLR, don't you cover true crime? You know what they can do with the black box inside your vehicle. Stop playing with these people.
Exactly.
And I believe the right that Alex was talking about was your right to remain silent.
And look at as if the doctors were correct in their analysis of him, then one of the symptoms of his antisocial personality disorder, recklessness, disregarding the safety of self or others. And then about never bringing water and food. Well, and he goes on these like Death Valley. Nobody had a water. Impulsivity, failing to plan ahead or acting without considering the consequences. I covered this the other week. He took a hike in Tucson with a Red Bull.
Oh, you can't do that in Tucson either. Tucson's hotter than 9 kinds of hell as well.
It's too much with it accumulate. And the thing is, one of the symptoms also says no remorse. So when we're talking about the GoFundMe, and I saw somebody mention it earlier, the GoFundMe for Magnolia, this is Plunder shared it, but I just wanted to share the comments in it too and just kind of touch on it because I shared it as well. And people are already, I've deleted a comment, like somebody put LOL, like she's sharing how she needs funds for cancer treatments, and fangirls, I'm assuming, are posting LOL.
Yeah.
And people accusing her of lying. Like, listen, I'm not going to lie just because of, especially being scammed from JLR now, thinking that he was somebody who reformed himself. When I shared it, because of course, when I tie my name to it, I'm always going to be like, well, I hope, because when my channel's tied to it and I share it, I hope that it's this validity behind it, and for a second I thought like, well, I hope this is real because I'm sharing this. I'm putting my neck out.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, there's no way. Of course, I look it up, like the consequences. Criminal charges, depending on the amount of money involved, you can be charged with anything from a misdemeanor to a felony. This can lead to significant jail time. Like, I don't think that Magnolia is gonna make this up.
No.
And risk, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I can't believe, like, you must be in a cult if nothing that your leader can do is wrong. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I would somebody wrote on the GoFundMe that Plunder shared. I would love for the behavioral panel to analyze him. No remorse, no empathy, can lie fluently. I don't believe there is anything inside. The most fun he's had, I believe, has been in Arizona at Nancy's expense. He knows about Magnolia by now, like referring to the cancer.
Right.
I know he can't mention her name, but after being with her that long, 3 years, breaking her nose and money, stealing their money, and now cancer, that sounds like she got it bad. And you would think he'd look sad. I was thinking the same thing. Like, he hasn't skipped a beat on his live streams, girl. Like, there hasn't been a day where he's like, yeah, I took a day off. Nothing. Like, and he, like I say, barely stops to go to the bathroom. People have asked him where he goes to the bathroom, and he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, I think he does what my ex used to call trucker bombs, like where you pee in the bottles and then throw them out the window.
Yeah.
Like, I think he does stuff like that. Like, he barely stops to eat and drink. There's nothing where you can think like he must be self-reflecting, or maybe he's getting anger management, or nope. Like, just like this person sees, like, there's nothing where, he doesn't look sad.
Right. Right. Yeah. He doesn't look like anything gets to him, really.
Yeah, people have to pray for a viewer that is fighting cancer to do something to make me feel like you're human, JLR. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it's like, that's another symptom of his medical conditions, is the no remorse.
Wow.
And it's like, so when he fell, and today during the stream,
Help! Not hurt.
Why did he disable chat? That's interesting. This is today's stream.
Huh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. All right, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God, I hit my back.
You didn't break your butt bone, did you?
Yeah, I did. Oh my God. My hands.
Oh,
that hurt. Dude, oh my God, I'm bleeding.
So I don't know if you ever saw the confrontation between him and Turtle Boy, where he's like going up to him.
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
Yeah, Turtle Boy says, like, Turtle Boy points his camera at him, and he's like, look at his shoes. He's got Walmart shoes on. And trust me, I I have some things from Temu that I'll wear. So I'm not knocking like catching a deal, but
Right.
I ain't gonna go hiking in my Temu sandals.
JLR, you're not wearing proper hiking footwear.
Mm-mm.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on, I kind of want to slow this down a little bit. Not with the sound. But yeah, so that was today. And I won't play it, but he ends up like getting, first off, they climb up, they get to this area. He's met some other streamer there who also is covering Nancy. And they just randomly went on like this like adventure to look for like mines or something like that. And they get up at this hill or whatever, and that's like right when he like falls. But when they pulled up, he goes, I'm just gonna leave my car on. Left the car running at the bottom of this like hiking adventure.
Oh.
Why would you do that? And like even somebody in his chat was like, why are you leaving your car on?
Yeah.
What is the logic behind that?
None. There isn't any.
I was hoping to get it in slow motion when he falls, but you know how touchy this mouse is? Do you ever realize that?
But don't do it. Don't use that. Are you on your computer?
Oh, what? What do I use?
Use the back button. You know, the arrow buttons. Hit it twice and it'll go back 10 seconds.
Where's the arrow buttons?
On your keyboard.
Oh, duh.
Next to in between the letters and the number pad.
Oh.
And the thing he was like laughing, like after he was making those owl noises, like saying, "Nah, I'm okay, guys." And it's like, nah, I think those were real. Like
he gonna cry in the car. Yikes. He needs one of those life alert buttons.
That was funnier than I anticipated. But so then he's like, "No, I'm okay, guys." But he like kept showing like his hand bleeding.
Yeah,
and stuff. He gets
that's how you know. You gonna cry in the car.
Right. And people are saying, no first aid kit in your backpack? Like, dude, this guy is so unprepared.
Water. What do you mean? You think he thought ahead and brought Band-Aids?
That's what somebody said. You don't even have water to rinse it.
Oh no.
And he was like, I think I got some in the car. I think I got a water in the car. So you got a water in plastic in the car, and you're also going to plan on drinking it too. Oh crap.
But you can bet on the
How did it just go to the other stream?
No, it's
Oh wait,
the
no,
same
it
one.
just jumped to the end.
Yeah.
Those bastards. But anyways, so he goes back to the car and rinses it with some warm ass water that was back there. I don't even think he drank water. And then he's pulling out like the cactus like needles and stuff, and I was just like laughing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is pretty much how he left.
Live over Malibu, where a stretcher has slipped free from an ambulance. Paramedics are in a full sprint trying to keep it from plunging further down this steep, dry hillside.
Catch it! Watch that drop! Cut left, got it!
You can see more.
And that's AI, in case anyone thinks I'm like laughing at a sad situation. Like that's not a real video.
It's not real.
I just want to put that disclaimer in there because you know somebody will leave a comment like, "How dare you? That was horrible with the stretcher."
You're so mean. And Jen Lou, you're the worst. Okay.
This isn't even funny. This is just something noteworthy that I noticed where. So Alex is in the car with him, and Ted has already been sent home because he's got to work. He has a job that people apparently texted his job and stuff too.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like tagged him in his workplace and stuff on X. But anyways, he still has the job, which is good because he has a 5-year-old to feed.
Right.
And Alex is with him, and Alex gets a call from his dad. And I just thought this was sort of like interesting because like JLR is like, you could tell it's foreign to him that a parent is calling to check in on the child.
Well, Alex probably didn't try to sue his.
There's that. Exactly. And that's like
I mean, I love my kids, but
wow.
if one of those fuckers ever tried to sue me, yeah, I probably would block them for a hot minute. Not
From
forever.
what I read, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that the mother settled for $200K.
I don't know. I just remember it was fun.
He tried to say that she like ruined him like by raising him like a certain way or lack of or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Sierra Gordo. It's a ghost town up in the hills. Like it was crazy up. And this guy bought it, I guess, a few years ago. It's like a little tourist spot. But you know, it's like a mining town, I guess. Scotty's Castle.
Wow, Scotty's Castle
in Death Valley.
Is that the place?
I don't know. I might have lost the clip, but basically there's a moment where Alex is on the phone with his dad and JLR's like, oh, who's that? Oh, your dad? Nice. And then he's like, father-son relationships, or like makes some kind, like he doesn't have anything to elaborate on that subject.
Right. No personal. Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting because I was like, and Alex is talking about his dad like anybody would. He's like, yeah, he's cool. You know, he's just checking in on me. It's like, yeah, his son, who like Alex being the son, went to Vegas and is on this car trip. Like his parents are checking in on him. Like this is normal. You know what I mean? And JLR,
right.
like, you could just tell it was so foreign to him. And I was like, oh my God, like nobody's calling JLR to check up on him.
Right. Meanwhile, they're driving all over Hell's Half Acre. Like, weren't they supposed to be covering Nancy Guthrie? And I only mention that because if haunted places is what they're looking for, there's a ton of that in Tucson. There's haunted hotels. There's all kinds of stuff. But no, y'all driving all over Hell's Half Acre, and JLR slipped down the hill. Jesus.
Yeah, and then at one point JLR asks Alex, because the thing is, like, he doesn't know what to do right now because, as you see on the screen, like YouTubers are getting cited and like tickets for being out in Nancy Guthrie. They don't want them there anymore. It's enough.
Right.
Enough, you know.
Right.
It's like, you guys kind of overstayed your welcome. You understand that, right? Like, you know when it's time to go home, right? Apparently not. So they're getting citations, and JLR doesn't know what to do. So he asked Alex in the car. He's like, "You want to come back to Florida with me and hurricane hunt or chase or whatever?" And Alex was like, "Nah, dude, not trying to do that. That's just asking for." And I couldn't hear what he said, but he was basically saying like, "No, I want to go home. I have a family. Like,
I'm good.
I'm good on that." And it was like, dude, JLR, like, you could just see the desperation in him of like,
bless it,
clinging to something with everything behind the scenes being revealed, like with Magnolia and stuff, like,
yeah.
But the lack of remorse, it's crazy.
The chance I already got his badge number. I just needed to get yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it Troy? Yeah. Oh, okay. You go by different nickname.
My YouTube name is Juice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my actual name. Okay. So just a quick question too. I mean, I've seen you here more so than anybody else here majority of the time. What stopped you from addressing this out of all of the time that you've seen me out here?
I'm waiting for listen, it's on the roadway. But just something you got to find out a little different. Okay. Deputy, she's gonna stand by. I'm gonna give you a ticket and go on your way. You have an ID on you, sir?
So JLR is showing who's getting a ticket.
I already got his badge number. I just needed to get yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it Troy? Yeah. Oh, okay. You go by different nickname.
My YouTube name.
You're not committing a fit for private property. Like I showed you, it's kind of where this cactus is right behind you right there. So this is all.
But I feel like when I ask you guys that question, you guys avoid it.
So why he's back as a deputy is kind of funny. And
I don't know what their intent is. Like everything else, we would have to see what they're in
to do. So anyway, that cop right there.
Misdemeanor.
That cop's about right there for what he did to Juice. So anyway, that cop right there, he was demoted in 2022 because he was caught masturbating in his car 30 times.
Whoa.
Yes, listen, I'm posted all night.
So they're claiming that the cop that just gave, and apparently they have like a paper trail showing the badge number, the name, and all that. That cop like got put back. I just think this part's interesting. Put back on the squad and gave Juice a ticket for being out there. He's the only streamer that got a ticket too. And so now JLR and everyone else is like, I don't know if we should go back there. It's like, you probably shouldn't. But apparently that guy got like fired a while ago for masturbating in his car.
30 times though. What look, what about the other 29 times? Did you catch such poor syntax, right? Did you catch him? Like, was there footage and that's why it's 30 times? Or on the 30th time you were like, bro, that's it. We gave you 29 chances. We just can't give you any more. I'm so confused by that.
They're like,
doesn't even make sense.
They're like, bro, you left the body cam on.
Right. Over 30
this.
times.
You gots to go.
Calstar says it's not the same deputy, just the same last name.
Oh my God. So then they just put this out there and it wasn't even true?
Right. It is a true story, but not the correct person.
Oh my.
Fantastic.
That's
great.
Let's see if I can find this one call at the end.
So when people say HOA
mailbox, what about if you went on the other side?
Paul's
True.
allowed to sit on my
His butt off. What an evening, man. We started out at the Pima County Sheriff's Office. I'm fired up.
I'm fired up.
I'm gonna have to evaluate the situation. What do you guys suggest we
believe?
Oh, this is the call.
Alex, Juanita, there, you don't.
So you think
Any of you guys to read off Black Car at night? Good. It sure would. But I'll tell you what, I rent myself a black car, or I have a friend.
This woman is off the rails, but this kind of just sums up the fangirls. Hang on. I'm like, what the heck? And of course, I'm in chat going, what?
All of you guys, we don't need anybody dying for this situation.
So now this woman calls in basically like trying to say like, you guys are risking yourself being out there and something bad could happen. Like basically saying her, Alex, Ted, or him, Alex, and Ted could essentially be like attacked for trying to like find answers in the Nancy Guthrie case.
Oh my God.
Except for you guys. I'm talking about, I'm talking about the sheriff and that. And you're in a dark, somewhat secluded area. And I believe the sheriff's office is dirty. And all it would take would be somebody driving by. And JLR, and I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to say this to Alex and all of you guys, we don't need anybody dying for this situation or being hurt. And before anybody says, oh, that's being over dramatic, I don't think it is. And I'm trying to, keep my wits about me and not get too upset and all that. But think about it. When you think about when you guys are sitting out there, you or Juice or Alex or whoever, somebody could drive by and with not that I know all this personally, but with a silencer or something, you guys are sitting ducks. You guys
But we're also live streaming, so if we got shot and assassinated, it'd be live on YouTube.
It sure would. But I'll tell you what, I rent myself a black car, or I have a friend with a black car, and I turn my lights off. Now, I know where you guys are sitting. I drive by, lights off, black car at night. Good luck proving it was me. And the thing is, you've got a dirty sheriff's office, and they know people who know people. And so I'm going to ask you guys to rethink things, because nothing is worth any of you getting hurt.
So you think Nanos despises us?
You guys are tarnishing his ego. And whatever Sue Ellen or whoever else in that neighborhood has, whatever end they have, that is so much stronger than what your rights are being respected as.
Mm-hmm.
Juice's rights are not being respected as strongly as Sue Ellen's rights. We saw that tonight. Alex, Juanita, you guys, meaning streamers, are not being respected to the same level as the HOA, Sue Ellen, or whoever else might be out there. They've given you, quote, warnings with Juanita, with Alex being harassed, with Juice tonight. Those are all the warnings. And my fear is if you guys continue to show up at the house, someone's going to get hurt. And I truly believe that the people in the know people who know people. And like I said, we've got a missing 84-year-old woman vanished. So, because I love you guys, and I'm not the only one, I'm sorry, chat, but I'm going to speak for all of us. We love you. We love what you guys are doing to keep this, in the news. But I think at some point we have to take a step back and we have to look at what's going on. You will never be supported by the sheriff. I believe. If you were to be sitting out there, and I mean you, but I mean also, Juice, Alex.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, we get it.
And you can tell that JLR is like, not only is he not on board with it, but he's also like not trying to hear it because this is his bread and butter, lady. He can't just leave because you're trying to paint it as like you're going to be in danger.
If anybody was to be sitting there, and let's say a car did come by, or anybody came by on a scooter.
Yes, let's go to the very worst case scenario. Like they don't escalate the shit enough. Let's go to the absolute worst case scenario. For the love of, I don't have no patience for this kind of crap.
Did you hear her say with a silencer?
Right, with a silencer. Okay.
And you guys called that in for help? I don't know, JLR. I'm just not sure you're going to get the same response, the same support.
So, and it has nothing to do with JLR's past, why law enforcement might not give him support. I'm not saying that because she just put out there that if they called in about a shooting, that law enforcement's not going to be there for them. Come on, lady.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Come on.
And of course, some of his chat eating it up like, yes, I agree. You need to be careful. And I'm just in chat like, what the heck? I don't know. Like this seems a little out there. Like, the drama.
I don't know.
It just seems, first of all, of course, the residents of that community, that's as a city, Tucson as a whole, right? And then also the residents of that neighborhood on that street, if they're calling or complaining because of the situation, the sheriff's department, the police force works for that community. They don't work for the tubers. Okay. Y'all are guests.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Did you see Benny Key's video the other day he put up?
No. And I love me some Benny. What did he do?
He's been on one like with JLR stuff out there. Like he's got Magnolia's back. He even said like the same thing about the GoFundMe. Like, I'm going to stand by this, but take it for what you will. If you want to donate, then donate. If you feel like you're unsure, then don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he brought and I can just talk about somebody who's like reformed. Like he's been clean for a few years now, and you can definitely see it in this video he put out. I got to share this.
Okay.
I know. Why he asked me? He said to me, I'm shaking while I'm in front. Why are your hands shaking like that, bro? You look very nervous. Now, folks, unfortunately, this is out of my character. However, this guy makes a lot of videos about me. I've never seen something shaking as much. Ask a YouTuber that. Your hands shake. You are shook. Look at your hand. And makes videos about another YouTuber, hangs out and everything like that. So we can sit there and talk.
This guy's very mean. He's a bully. He bullies people.
Oh, he's a bully?
Bully right here.
Bully.
I got to worry about you. Matthew the bully.
Matthew said I was shaking.
That's what I did. Matthew's shaking. Why are your hands shaking like that, bro?
Matthew. He's like this. Right? Matthew. Now he talks.
I'm so scared. I'm shaking. Why are your hands shaking? You are shook. Look at your hand.
God. Well, that didn't age well. I mean, to tell you, it's really the same scenario, right? Well, it's not the same scenario. It's JLR with a group of dweebs. I think the gals he was with in Tennessee were tougher than this Adderall guy. But there again, right? Like he's in Vegas in a convention center and he's bullying someone who just makes videos, right? Like all this guy does is make videos. But JLR is so shook. He's got his little toy soldier, put a key in his back. Meanwhile, you can see that JLR's hands are shaking.
And the thing too is that's exactly how, and the thing, I don't agree with Ted being doxxed. I can also say I don't agree with Ted jumping on the bandwagon and doing what like a wound up puppet or a wound up monkey, you know, where you wind him up. That's what JLR was doing with Ted. And Ted is such a follower and doesn't have a strong backbone himself. He didn't just like take the whole situation in and be like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, wow. He decided like, okay, what do you want me to do, master? Like, oh, he's a bully. And I tell my 5-year-old not to bully people.
Right.
And this also goes back to the extreme rage and anger that JLR's personality disorder apparently has classified as a symptom. And the shaking with that Benny Keys situation and Dolly, like, and I think even Turtle Boy, like, he didn't say anything about the shaking. I looked it up because I was like, wait, did Turtle Boy call him out on shaking too? But you could just tell he was shaking. And it's like he gets so mad at these people for what? For calling out the truth or for confronting him like Benny Keys was doing. That was the Summer Wells case.
Right.
Where they decided that they were going to harass the parents in that case because they were so sure, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But if you're going to pull up at somebody's house and they have their posse there, that was when Benny was hanging out with Don.
Right.
Which obviously ended and things got better, worse and then better for Benny, it seems. And we want, him to continue to do well. And I've always watched and found him very entertaining. But anyways, I just loved how because the some of that footage from Summer Wells has been lost.
Yeah, it has.
Channels got taken down, including Benny's and Molly's and stuff. So I would love that he like shared that again, like with the "you're shaking, bro."
Now,
so funny.
That B-roll is not from my finest day. It's not from my finest moment.
Why are your hands shaking like that, bro?
But let me tell you what, when I came down that hill, that man's hands were shaking so bad.
Your hands shake. You are shook. Look at your hand.
He had to hold the camera with both of his hands, and I could see them shaking coming down the driveway. Now, what's interesting about that is that you never saw JLR's perspective or vantage point of me coming down the hill. You saw Olivia's, you saw Molly's, you saw Bullhorn Sweaty's. You never saw JLR's because he wasn't in no convention center with no tough guys, right? I think that what gasses this weirdo up to keep going is these women who also have never seen a tough guy. They think or they thought that was tough. Boy, please. You tapped out, went PC. Nobody want to hear that, man. You over here, I don't know. I don't want to just say the dude is special needs, but clearly he can't see well, right?
Okay, and just to clarify, he doesn't know Dolly. He doesn't know he's not special needs. He had 2 glasses on because one of them was the meta glasses. It's a whole thing. But the point of it is, it's just the pattern of JLR, and I agree with what DB says. Like, he gets off, JLR, dude gets off on being nervous, I think. Like, he chases these moments. Like, why else would you approach Turtle Boy too?
Right. He likes to be confrontational in that way. But here's the thing. I got to give a shout out to Dolly for just standing there. Right? That actually, I don't think people realize how much restraint it takes when somebody is saying the types of things that they were saying to him to not say anything back. Like, I don't think people understand that, you know, and they clearly wanted a confrontation. They wanted him to come out of, character come out his hair and act a fool. And that's what they were poking. And when he didn't give it to him, he won. And that's just facts. That's how, that's how the rules of the playground work. He didn't flinch.
And the thing too is like, people have said, well, JLR had every right to approach him. Okay, well, he invades the space. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay.
Right.
If he wants
you can
to
ask a question, but you ain't got to get up in somebody's bubble.
Right. Hold on. I wanted to share. Do you remember the Gabby Petito case coverage with
Yes.
Okay, and there's that moment where the neighbor accused him of being like trespassing or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the neighbor approaches him. Hold on, I'm trying to find that clip. Of course,
look, there's my channel. Look at you subscribed. Well, yeah, and to call you a girlfriend beater, Dolly, that was
wild. Talk
Yeah.
about projection.
I mean, exactly. I'm sorry that happened to you, but you handled it really well. I know you don't need to hear it from me. You know you did. So, but yeah, you did.
Yeah. And the thing is, it wasn't a surprise that he got it. It wasn't like Dolly was like, I'm so shocked this happened. He even said himself, I kind of knew this might be, something that might happen,
Right.
So it's just what I don't like is that obviously Ted jumped on it, but he's just a puppet. He's just doing, but that Summer Wells throwback I thought was a good throwback to be oh yeah, that's what we know. That's the JLR we remember. Sometimes you forget, but then you're like, ah, yeah. So this neighbor was telling him, oh, whoops. Gotta share the screen. Brian Laundrie's house, protesters. This is when him and Betty were friends.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah, I don't know if this is while they were hooking up or before they hooked up, but the Chili's parking lot. But this is Betty, and the neighbor's you trespass, and JLR says the same. It's so funny. So I'm gonna play it in slow motion first.
Okay.
See how he does that? JLR, he was scared for a second. And look, Betty's a little bulldog, don't you do that to my man. Stand back from my man. She's more tough in that whole thing than freaking JLR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's keeping a distance, oh, this guy might throw a punch. But he's I'm right there, honey.
I got you, boo.
But it's sad because that neighbor ended
Not
up
on my
dead.
watch. Not on my watch.
And JLR worked the system and got this neighbor charged for the threat.
Ridiculous. Look, I said this when this was going on. Okay. If this had been my neighborhood and they were doing this in my neighborhood, I would have unleashed the 7 plagues of Egypt on their ass. You cannot. I understand, people have feelings. Okay. Fucking feel whatever you're going to fucking feel. But feel it the hell away from me over there. When your feelings start encroaching into my space and interrupting my peace, well then fuck your feelings. It's ridiculous.
And the thing is,
they accomplished absolutely nothing.
Right. They never
accomplished anything. I don't give a rat's hat kneecap what costumes Dolly put on out at he could have dressed like the fucking Cookie Monster, right? Or
they
how many
we put pressure.
You didn't. They didn't arrest and charge Leilani Simon 1 second before they were good and ready to.
And this guy was a veteran, and now JLR said the other day when some patriot something name in his chat gave him a super chat. He's like, "We support our veterans." You weren't supporting this one.
Also learning that Brian alleged
he was saying to him in another clip, I won't even pull it up, you guys can find it, the same thing that he always says to these people: you're going to jail. You're going to jail. He had every intention, as soon as that guy did that pump fake, like punch thing that he was gonna get him arrested or like sent to charged. He did. That neighbor got in trouble for that.
Jeez.
So we're not going to go through it all. Just want to go through a couple minute marks. This is the court audio that has come out with White Boy, Lockdown Radio, and JLR for their session in court in regards to, you know, him saying, JLR trying to say that he had stalkers and that he felt unsafe when they decided to come around and protest with the picture of Magnolia. Now, I've heard rumors that they knocked on his door. I've not seen any evidence. And if you guys have seen it, send it to me. Like, find me on X or Facebook or whatever. That White Boy knocked on his door. But that's what he says in court.
Pray for me. Please pray for my family. Please pray for me.
So I haven't seen that evidence. If it's out there, I'd be interested to see it. But from what I hear, it was exaggerated in court where he tells the judge that like he was in fear for his life. And of course, he ends up getting the restraining order against White Boy, which I think has a lot to do with the same reason why Nerdy lost in court. Like, the thing about JLR is you can't show up. And I don't mean this in a knocking way, because I know that people have said, well, we just didn't have the money, and even if we had the money, we just didn't want to put it into this situation.
Right.
That's the whole point of what JLR does to take you to court. He wants you to either, you know, suffer in one way, shape, or form, and financially is always one of them. Whether it's, you know, you pay for his lawyer fees or you have to pay for a lawyer to go against his lawyer because he shows up with a lawyer. You're showing up without one. Unfortunately, I think in a judge's eyes, like, you're already at a disadvantage just doing that, no matter how
of course you are. Well, of course you are, because here's the thing. When you show up to let's just not even to a courtroom. I'll use a completely different analogy. Let's say you show up to play curling, okay? And nobody knows the rules to curling, right? We don't know how that game is played. We watch it on the Olympics. It looks like some brooms. There's a ball. They're pushing but not touching. It's very complicated. A courtroom is the same thing, okay? So you wouldn't like go in and think that you could just, you know, get on the court, whatever they play, the rink, right? With the Olympic curling champions, right? You wouldn't, and then start playing and think you're going to win. You're going to take gold. No, you cannot. The judge and the lawyers, they know the rules. They know what to say, how to say it, how to get evidence in, how to keep evidence out. And you don't know. I watch trials. That's all I do is watch trials all day long, all the time, right? Do you think that there is any situation or set of circumstances that would make me waltz my ass into a court of law and try to argue my own case? No, absolutely not. That's the same thing. You are absolutely at a disadvantage. And it's unfortunate that, you know, that happened.
It is, because you know, obviously in the whole White Boy situation and Nerdy situation, we see it for what it is. Unfortunately, like the way that it plays out in front of a judge, I see it from listening to this audio and even Nerdy's audio. Like,
I'm sorry. Curling has a rock, not a ball. My bad. See, I wouldn't be trying to take on the gold medalists in curling. I don't know shit about curling. I don't even know that it's a rock and not a ball. I don't know what the hell that game's about.
No, you got me. Here's a little segment of the audio that Plunder put out. Shout out to Plunder, of the White Boy. And in the beginning, I'm not going to play it, but you can hear JLR like crying. Like,
hey, before you play this,
real. Yeah.
Sorry, Amber. Before you play this, I have to get down because it's 10 and I have the nuggie tomorrow, which means I got to get up at 4:30.
Oh my gosh. Get to bed, girl.
I have to go. I got to make memes.
Thank
Yeah,
you so much for
4:30. You're
joining
welcome,
me.
babe. I'll be in chat, but I gotta get off of here. I'll stay up. You know I will. I'll push past my appropriate bedtime and just to see this bullshit.
Perfect. We only have like a couple minutes left anyway, so
Okay.
it's going to be wrapped up. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see
Thanks
you
for
in
having
chat.
me. All right, babe. Bye.
And-
Thanks, you guys. It was good seeing everybody.
Yes, and everyone in chat, I'm going to add Jen to my title where you can do the @the_ward case studies, and then you can subscribe to her through that, and then I'll have her channel in the description box. So if you liked her commentary and you've never subscribed to her before, you know, you definitely got to hop over there because the laughs keep rolling with the true crime coverage too, but not in like a cringe way. It's always done classy and we always have a good time. So thank you, Jen Lou. And yeah, you guys definitely subscribe if you're not. So this court was out of control. This part alone.
So you ignored him? I ignored him. And you didn't try to file any restraining orders at that time, 2022 or 2023? No.
He called you a scammer in reference to what?
What do you call you?
A scammer, a fraudster, a liar, cheater, a panty sniffer.
A what sniffer?
A panty sniffer.
That's right. He lists off a panty sniffer to the judge, and the judge goes, "A what sniffer? A panty sniffer." And then later in the audio, it says, "Yeah, basically call me a panty sniffer." And then, of course, I put the transcript through, and I said, "Point out all the times that he mentions panty sniffing." He goes, "A fraud, I'm a scammer, how to commit bomb threats to children or kids, panty sniffer, I'm a domestic abuser." And then at one point, White Boy is able to ask him a question. He says, "Are you not smelling a woman's panties on the video?" So there's a point where like the video that gets brought up that I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's very old. JLR, I'm assuming off his meds, off his rocker, just gone through a breakup. And he claims that an ex-girlfriend left him and left panties behind and all this stuff. So there is a video out there. He tries to say that the videos are AI in a lot of these situations. Another part in the transcript says, "If someone's smelling panties and they uploaded it, I can get an opinion about it." So I'm assuming that was White Boy. If he does something like smelling panties and uploads it, I can have criticism and opinion on that. And then the judge references it near the end. "I'm not even considering the issue about smelling panties or whatever." I have to hear that because that's at like 1 hour and 36 minutes in. Hold on. I want to hear the judge say that she's not considering that issue. Because like, can you imagine wasting the judge's time? Like, you weren't in fear for your life because White Boy was protesting a half mile, a quarter mile, whatever it was away from you. The way that you approached Turtle Boy, the way you approached Benny Keys, the way you approached Dolly, you're not afraid of confrontation. You're not afraid for your safety ever in any situations. You could even include, you know, the riskiness and behavior that he takes that we've already talked about, the driving, you know, hiking in the desert without water. Don't come at us with this whole, like, I'm afraid for my safety. 1 hour and 36 minutes in. I'm way off. Sorry, guys. And we are almost done too. So where the heck? Damn, I don't even know. But anyways, there's somewhere in this, you guys could check it out on Plunder, that the judge basically says that I'm not even considering this issue about smelling panties or whatever. Like, wow. Unbelievable. Like, so what's the last thing I had to share? I didn't watch this whole video. I just jumped to see what bullshit product they're trying to sell in their latest video because, you know, they're always trying to plug some sponsored item that, you know, they claim is helping them and that they stand by.
She confronted him and ordered him to leave. And at the time, the incident was not reported to law enforcement because Marcia allegedly made her boundaries very clear and known to Jeffrey. And people that know Marcia say that when she did have something to say, she said it. And she made her boundaries known and explained on Jeffrey's is. And as detectives investigated Marcia's disappearance, Jeffrey initially told them that he had dinner with Marcia and went straight home afterward. This episode is brought to you by IQ Bar, our exclusive snack, hydration,
So let's see what this bullshit is.
and coffee sponsor. IQ Bar protein bars, IQ Mix hydration mixes, and IQ Joe mushroom coffees are the delicious, low sugar brain and body fuel you need to win your day. IQ bars are quick. They're easy to throw in a bag for busy days and soccer weekends. They have plant protein and fiber and are made with clean ingredients like magnesium and lion's mane, quick and healthy. And if you're not sure where to start, they have this ultimate sampler pack.
Blah, 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 some new product. So I look up the product just so you guys are aware. Target sells them as well. It feels like I'm chewing Play-Doh, both texture and taste-wise. While the ingredients haven't changed, something is different about these and they do not taste good. I'm not sure what was altered, but they are saltier and the texture is not dense and chewy. I eat one of these every morning for breakfast and I'm very disappointed. Has there been a change to the recipe of this bar? I've been eating these bars for several years and I love them. I recently purchased 3 more boxes and the texture of the bar is off. The bars are mushier and more greasy than usual. Has there been a change in the ingredients? I do not care for these and I will not purchase them again. If this is a new formula, please advise if this product has changed. They contain very hard, tiny pieces that are almost like plastic. Tastes awful. This taste is just bad. I couldn't even force myself to eat more than half of one of these and I threw the rest away. Very odd taste. I'll be honest. I was excited about these bars, but the taste was awful. Love the ingredients and the mission, but I do not like the taste or think that the taste is accurately represented on the website. Could have just been the flavor, but it was very off-putting. These are so gross. The chocolate ones are better. Gonna give these away and see if anyone else likes them. Do not buy. Please don't get these bars. They were terrible. Flavor was bad. Texture was mediocre and overall did not hit the spot at all. Nasty. Run away. I am a peanut butter protein bar lover and this was so nasty. I wanted to try out an IQ bar just to try out the sea salt chocolate. Those are good. Weird flavor. I don't understand the rave reviews. I was so excited to try these based on how everyone seems to love them. I took one bite and it made me gag. This is a very odd flavor to it. I'm not sure if this is pea protein or the lion's mane, but there's something that it just doesn't taste like food. I bought a sampler and I don't even want to try the other flavors. And there's more. Here's one. Shame on you. I will never buy any more of your bars because they contain palm oil, which is very unhealthy. Palm oil, yeah. And what did Lauren say? Quick and easy and healthy. Meanwhile, the ingredients have palm oil in them. And is Lauren trying to say that her and John have lost weight or John has lost his weight because of these IQ bars? I'm not saying that that's what they're saying, but just like she shares like her skin products and skin routine and tries to sell you on that, it's like you're doing more than just skin care. There's something more I think you're doing to your face than the skincare you're trying to sell. And there's something more to John losing weight than IQ bars. But I digress. That's pretty much where I think I wanted to end everything. Let me see, check my notes. I always forget stuff and then I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to share that. Or I'll do it next time and then I never do. Anything you guys want to add it in chat just while I look through some notes right now. I feel like there's something else I wanted to reiterate. Oh, there was something that Dolly said, like, about someone he knows that's still wrapped up in, like, the JLR cult. And something that I've noticed even about myself, like, even though I'm trolling the chat and, like, in there still, like, saying whatever, there's people that I know from his community over the years that are only in his chat. So when people are like, "Oh, why are you in his chat?" It's like, if I want to say hi to so and so and they're only in the JLR community, like, that's the other thing that needs to be in consideration. Like, these are communities that we're a part of, and I walk away and unsubscribe from JLR, and I'm trying to get to the truth of the matter behind his accusations, and everything that he's done these past few months has been eye-opening of how, like we said, no remorse. There's not a day that we're ever thinking like, well, maybe he's self-reflecting, or maybe he's getting back on his meds, or maybe he's going to therapy or anger management. We haven't seen any evidence of any of that. And it just backs up more and more. And mind you, you can't even, I said something in his chat, you should share Magnolia's GoFundMe. You can't even comment the name Magnolia in his chat. Like, the thing that you guys don't know as viewers is a channel can go into their studio and put words on a list that they want to not show up in their chat. So he has added the word Magnolia to the list of words that won't go through his public chat. So when I say, why don't you share Magnolia's GoFundMe? I was like, wait, did I get blocked? No, I didn't. I double checked. You just can't say that her name in his chat. He has blocked her name. And it's like, well, they have, an open case and they're RO against each other. So of course, and it's like, yeah, but it's just an interesting thing that has happened because it wasn't always like that. People were asking where Magnolia was. So I saw somebody today write the word or the name Magnolia, and instead of an O, they put a 0 and it went through. And it said justice for Magnolia with the 0 in the name, and I was as an O, and I was like, oh, clever. So yeah, that was something else that I noticed too. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We went through the CrimeCon stuff. I don't know if I would ever go. If I did go, it would be in a group. Type her name out in spaces. Interesting. Because then it's not one word, it's just letters. Got it. But yeah, the GoFundMe is shared on my community page if you feel inclined to donate to Magnolia and her cancer treatments. If I'm not saying you have to, but I'm just saying it's there and I want to share it. And that's the least I could do, and I'm just trying to get to the truth of the matter. So it is what it is. And also the truth of the matter when it comes to, we've already discovered the truth in the hidden true crime versus her alleged stalker. That was an easy thing to kind of debunk, and I feel like we've already seen what we need to see in regards to JLR, right? Like, and the more that he just acts like everything's fine, I don't know. It's like, what do I want him to do? Like, cry on there? Like, no, but I don't know.
Immediately, no. Instantly, I was like, yeah, no. That was my thought. I'm telling you right now, I seen what I needed to see.
Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby.
No.
I've seen what I need to see, and I just don't see the remorse. I don't see this coming out the other end of like, oh wow, JLR was innocent this whole time. I don't know. We're still gonna get to the bottom of it and follow the updates. But yeah. All right. What else? Thank you guys so much for being here. Stay tuned for videos during the week. And then the True Crime Mackenzie Sharilla deep dive on Friday night live. And then we'll do another hangout Saturday night. Next Saturday. Hold on. I'm looking for my outro. I wanted to do my outro and then I'm looking through chat too, guys. Just give me 1 second. Dang it. I'm looking for that song I put together. My problem is I don't label the files very well. I should just give up. Hold on. I guess I'll just play the short of it that I made and then do that as the outro. But yeah, I'm so glad you guys hung out tonight. Next Saturday, join me again for a hangout. Hold on, I'll just play my short of it.
Keep an eye on us. Watch
All right, good night, guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much. Good night.
Oh, it's the best. You're under arrest. Let's pass. Back it up. Back it up. Arrest. Here we go. We're on our way. We're on our way to Las Vegas. We're on our way to Las Vegas. We're on the way to Las Vegas. We're on our way to Las Vegas. On our way to Vegas. We're on our way to Las Vegas. We're not cops. We're not ever claiming to be cops. We report on cops. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Yes. Can't stop, won't stop. We love the cops, but we don't like nanos. Hey. I'm going on to the interstate. Yes. Love boat. Uh-oh, the love boat, Texas woman says. Uh-oh. That's come on, let's do it. Bosom buddies. Let's do it. The love boat. What about? All right, let's do it. Let's do the love boat. Hold on, let me get the theme song. What about beat? Remember the song? Love boat? Whoa. Love boat. Swerving. You got the voice. I'll be your freakazoid. I told you, I got all those. Yes. Love boat. Sweetest cruise in the world. Rock the boat. I'll be your freakazoid. Here we go. Here we go. Love boat. Let's go boating. I'm your captain. This is the skipper and the minnow. Sailors. We're a bunch of sailors on the state. We're on the love boat. Haters are gonna hate. Love boat. We're on the love boat. All right, love boat. What's next? Haters are gonna hate.